Ahead of the February 25th presidential election, the People's Democratic Party has confirmed that talks are ongoing with 11 other parties who have approached the party for a working alliance. This comes 24 hours after similar talks took place between the ruling All Progressives Congress and other smaller parties. The party's Deputy National Publicity Secretary, Ibrahim Abdullahi, said the party has commenced talks with close to a dozen parties and welcomes more groups to come on board. Both the APC and PDP seem to be courting smaller parties for alliance to boost their chances of winning the presidential election. But it seems some political parties are not willing to join either of the two parties.
Well, joining us is Owoyombo Gbenga Solomon. He is the Deputy National Youth Leader of the Young Progressives Party, YPP. Well, he's here to speak to us more concerning the issue of an alliance. Well, Gbenga, thank you so much for being here. First of all, have you been able to confirm from your national chairman or your national secretary if your party, the YPP, has actually been approached by any of these other major parties for some sort of alliance? And if they have been, or if your party has been approached, what was your response?
Good evening and thank you very much. I will say clearly to you that, of course, we're in this season for political parties to reach out. So, as you call them, the so-called big political parties, because I mean, for me, what makes anyone big or small is the people behind them, you know? And I think Nigerians are beginning to take different position on issues. So, I don't see anyone as big or small. Going to this race is quite open for all. Yes, people approached us, of course. We are not that young, we're not that small. We came in 2017, we've been able to deliver a senator. In fact, we have 2 senators right now in the red chambers. We have like 2 reps or 3 reps now in the green chamber. So we're not doing badly as a party, but I'll tell you, they've approached us, they've spoken to us over time, and the party is very easy, it's very open for everyone to see. The national chairman, I'm a member of the National Executive Council, right. So I'll tell you that, of course, we've had talks with people, but I'll tell you, we are not open to merging with either of those parties you've mentioned, because you see, if there's a party that comes with ideology, I'll tell you, it's always the Young Progressives Party. We've come with the mindset to do it right. No matter how long it takes, we'll keep going in bits and pieces to make sure we're getting it right, and that's it.
Okay, and in getting it right, you definitely must have your sympathy for maybe the other 2 front runners, since you've ruled out the APC and the PDP. You're not open. I mean, that's the YPP isn't open to them. Is it the Labour Party or the NNPP? Where does your sympathy lies? I mean, in terms of merging with alliances.
Well, if you ask me, I'll tell you that both for the NNPP and the Labour Party, politics is a very good ground for you to meet everybody and move with everybody at the same time. So, but personally, I'll tell you that I have personal relationships with the NNPP man, the Labour Party. Good candidates. They've done great jobs, you know. We'll see everybody go to the race. I'll tell you, the best candidate for this election, if not for some personal issue, would have been the YP candidate. He's never been in office, but he's done a lot. He's invented a whole lot in this. And you see, we should begin to look at.
But we've not seen him. The Nigerian people have not seen him on the rostrum. We've not even. I mean, the media space is so wide; it's open, and YPP just come in, you know, even to Newsnight and the rest with several invites.
Oh yeah, but you see, I think for me, at every time I've been invited, I try to come up, regardless of how tight the schedule will be. But I'll tell you, for the presidential candidates, it's so painful that we too are beginning to take the brunt of bad governance. Yes, we begin to take the brunt of poor healthcare system, bad road network, poor security. We just saw today the spokesperson for the coalition United Political Party, Gbenga, my very good friend, like my older brother, suddenly was attacked in his hometown, where it's supposed to be safe ground, you know. So it is very painful to see that it is coming home, because normally it's always going to be the politicians are always safe and all that's the story out there, right? But right now it's beginning to eat home. Our presidential candidate, if not for because he had some personal reasons to be out of the country, because someone very close to him, very dear to his heart, I mean, had healthcare challenges, and trust me, because we have poor healthcare system, no one could actually take care of that. So that has actually sent us out of the race, but we will not give up because trust me, Nigerians will in little or no time begin to see. In 2019, we brought the best presidential candidate in Professor Kingsley Moalu, and if you look at it,
but he couldn't even get a ticket this time around. That is for you to say, but it's for the people to decide at the end of it. Because if he was the best, he would have emerged victorious at the polls. But Gbenga, at the end of the day, the fact that this race is barely almost coming to a close.
Yeah.
The elections are barely 6 weeks away, and like it or not, you don't like to be addressed as smaller parties, but let me say, YPP is one of those fringe parties that Nigerians are yet to really feel your impact and even get your message. So the question is, you still have a bit of time. You say your presidential candidate has been away, but he's back now. So what should Nigerians be expecting from the YPP in the days to come leading up to the election?
Are we speaking for just presidency or speaking general election?
Generally, well,
okay,
the presidential comes
first
of all. That starts with
but
the
we have
senatorial
senatorials and reps. I tell you, take this to the bank. The YPP is going to bring up a lot of seats. As I speak to you, people are beginning to see light, and light will always come at the end of the tunnel. It will always come at, no matter how long it takes, light will always come up. As we go into this race, yes, we might not be very strong for the presidential because of all that has happened lately. But looking at other offices, for Senate, for reps, for governors, I tell you, we're going to bring serious.
Where is your stronghold in the country?
Owoyombo, Anambra, because we have a current Senator Ifeanyi, Capital Oil from Anambra, Owoyombo, Senator Obongbasi Albert.
He tried to be governor, he didn't get that.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good that, you see, my party is a place where it opens grounds for people to run. Do you understand? And it's actually good that even as a senator, I'll call him the most performing senator in Nigeria. Because even in COVID era, we saw it. He was the only senator who came out with his personal funds. Because there is no way you would have made 5 billion naira in less than 2 years. And he spent over 5 billion naira catering for people, giving relief materials to people, giving funds, raw cash to people. So what else do you want from a party? The ideology is right. We're just getting the right candidate to the race. And trust me, this election is going to be very different. You'll see us come up with different senatorial seats, different rep seats, and I can assure you that.
What message are you taking out there to the people to end all these,
yeah, okay, for me, if you ask me, the people already can see from the little example I've given to you of the Ifeanyi and Oba, what they are doing for the people. So it means the party actually go for people with the right mindset. A lot of people approach us for presidential tickets and we refuse them. A lot of people that you would not even imagine. So it's not about getting it right at once. It's a gradual process for us. We want to actually build an egalitarian society. We want to build a society that all of us can live in. See the rates at which people are leaving the country is alarming. We are losing workforce. And in little or no time, this workforce is going to tell on us. Because if other nations are opening up to us, it means they see our strength. We don't even have medical doctors in the country. We don't have great bankers in the country.
Well, Gbenga, as we get ready to wrap up this conversation, at the end of the day, we are in the era of politics and, seeking for the votes of Nigerians. So what are the challenges, peculiar challenges that your party, the YPP, has actually identified that you want to come in and sort for the people of Nigeria?
Okay, for me, I'll tell you.
And how you intend to really provide the solutions.
One of the good things that has happened to Nigerians is the Young Progressives Party. If you ask me, the party has come to help Nigerians contest election. We've given a fair playing ground to Nigerians. I'll tell you, my party is part of the very few who sponsored candidates going into the race. A lot of parties won't do that. So that alone, and when we begin to get the right minds into office, we begin to get the right results. We can't keep doing it the wrong way and expecting great results at the end of it. But as a person, I see Nigeria going forward. I believe in Nigeria as a project, yes, and I believe that one day, with the right people in office, we'll get there.
Yes,
and with young people having the highest number of voters this time around, as always.
Absolutely.
So
slowly, ever so slowly, but surely, YPP is determined to get there and, provide great leadership for the country. Thanks so very much. Gbenga Solomon Owoyombo is the Deputy National Youth Leader, Young Progressive Party, YPP.